This is the Daily Pulse. I'm Travis Zimmerman from Speak My Word Ministries. The episode today, we're staying in Proverbs, is ancient wisdom. And I'm in the book of Proverbs here. We're getting towards the end of it. Proverbs chapter 22, verse 28. Ancient wisdom, and it's this. Do not move an ancient boundary stone set up by your forefathers. Proverbs chapter 22, 28. This is an agrarian reference, and I love, what it's at its face and what we can see on, beneath that. At its face, in ancient times, there weren't transits and surveyors per se. There were, but boundary lines were not marked by landmarks, buried in the ground, but by stones, piles of stones. And a lot of times, I don't know about a lot of times, but it was not uncommon that dishonest neighbors would come out in the middle of the night and move those stones to increase their territory at the expense of their neighbor's territory. So obviously, what they're saying, do not move an ancient boundary stone set up by your forefathers. So to me, what I see in that is there was a legacy of trust there. There was a legacy of honesty. In other words, the implication is your ancestors didn't move it. You're holding on to that legacy as well. You're trying to make good in that legacy. And by moving that, you're embarrassing your legacy. You're embarrassing yourself, when we do things like that. As we look below that, as I was reading in one of my commentaries, it basically referenced Jude chapter 3. The ancient boundary stones are the basic Christian principles. And Jude 3 is this. Dear friends, although I was very eager to write you about the salvation we share, I felt I had to write and urge you to contend for the faith that was once for all entrusted to the saints. Jude 3, Jude's only one chapter, so verse 3. So that that faith that was entrusted to the saints, don't move those boundary stones. Don't move the Christian, the Christian bedrock. Jesus is King of Kings, He's Lord of Lords. There's a triune God. These are the bedrock theological points on which we stand. And it's amazing how that little proverb we can get such knowledge, and that's because of Jesus in His name. Amen.